After graduating from William and Mary, Dave has begun working in Richmond. His commute from the suburbs to his office in the city is over an hour, and he wants to live in the city to be close to his office and to enjoy an active nightlife with his friends. Unfortunately, Dave cannot afford the rent in most places. However, there is an up-and-coming urban neighborhood that he can afford to live in. In the past, this modernizing neighborhood has been relatively impoverished and undesirable to young professionals like Dave because of its high crime rate. But now it's undergoing gentrification. As new coffee shops, bars, restaurants, and clothing stores have appeared in the neighborhood, many people have expressed a desire to move in. As a result, rents have increased. As these new, wealthier residents move into the neighborhood, the poorer community members who have lived there for decades can no longer afford to stay. Dave is caught in a dilemma. He knows that he would enjoy living in the neighborhood because he would have a shorter commute to work and be able to spend more time with his friends. However, he dislikes how gentrification can disrupt established communities. Dave wonders, would it be wrong for me to move into this neighborhood and thus contribute to the problems of gentrification and displacement? Like any indecisive individual in the 21st century, Dave posts his dilemma to social media, seeking the opinions of friends. His post is met with many replies. "I love living in the neighborhood. Thanks for pricing me out," Angie comments. Jonas replies, "Haha, you're a gentrifier." Greg comments, "It's a myth that gentrification causes widespread displacement. Some residents move out, but many stay to see their neighborhood improve." Christina comments, "It might as well be you, because if you're not going to, other people will. At least you have a conscience and can address the problems of displacement and poverty in other ways." Dave's informal poll has only made him more confused and troubled, as it proved that gentrification is a complex phenomenon with many dimensions: moral, social, and political. Clearly, there are many opposing opinions to this argument. Should Dave feel guilty if he moves into this neighborhood? On one hand, studies have proven that this is a real and pressing issue. Individuals against gentrification argue that the long-term residents have a right to stay, and they also feel that contributing to an issue that causes poverty and displacement is categorically wrong. On the other hand, these problems are occurring in this neighborhood regardless of whether or not Dave decides to move in. At least Dave would be mindful of the harm that he is causing, and he might do something to assist with it. Dave is still worried. Since the current residents have lived there for generations, he wonders if he even has a right to disrupt their neighborhood. Which brings us to another question. Does anyone actually have a right to live in a particular neighborhood? So in the end, is gentrification a purely negative thing? Or is it a natural growth of our communities and economy that we should appreciate? And which effects of this phenomenon are more significant? Growth or displacement? What do you think? Is this helping or harming our world?
Created using Powtoon.